Okay, so we have a quiz tomorrow over multiplying. What you're going to do today is I had you get out a pen. Now my board's frozen. You're going to just mark your answers right or wrong and write minus however many at the top. So as I come around, I can see how you did and help if needed. Okay? And then we're just going to spend the rest of the time. If you miss some, what do you think you're going to do first? Try and fix them. And then we're just going to spend the rest of the time reviewing. So what's the best way to study for a math test?
Yeah.
Do math. Okay? And on these ones, do you even need a program? What's your quiz over? Multiplication. Could you make up multiplication problems, work them, check them, and see if you got the right answer? Yeah, so this is actually a really easy quiz to study for. But you might need IXL to practice the different methods if you want to. Okay, so I just want either a check mark or nothing. Okay, I only want to see ink on your paper if it is wrong. If you got it right, I don't want smiley faces or checks. Checks are bad, checks are not good. Okay? So if you got them all right, I shouldn't see anything on your paper except a -0 at the top when we are finished. Okay, so let's do number 1. Make this a little bit bigger. Number 1, 2024. Now, tomorrow your quiz is on paper, but then you're going to move your answers over to Edulastic. When you type in numbers, do you put spaces anywhere? No. When you type this in, you would put 2,024 with no spaces. Okay? Number 2. 10,325. Number 3. 3,402. 402. Okay, number 4. 1,062. Number 5. Yes?
Are all of these worth 1?
Yeah, you're just checking. Like, it's not for a grade.
Oh, okay.
You're just checking so I can see exactly how many you missed. Okay? Yep, you're just putting a check mark if it's wrong. On the quiz tomorrow, like number 1 would be worth 2 points. Number 2, I can't remember if I did 2 points or 3 points. If it's the only ones that are worth 1 point tomorrow are like the 3x1 or 2x1s. All of the other ones are worth multiple points because, like I said, I grade each like small answer, partial answer, before I grade the whole answer. Okay, number 5. 14,400. Raise your hand if on that one you did 36 times 4 and added 2 zeros. Okay, would that have made your life easier? Yes. Remember, anytime there's zeros, that rule applies. Okay, number 6. 287 times 1, 2. Oh, wait, that's the problem, not the answer. Sorry. Number 6, answer 36,736. Number 7. 4,392. Number 8. 18,055. Number 9. 336. Number 10. 5,184. Okay, what I want you to do now, if you missed some of those, I want you to rework them. But if you didn't miss any, I'm going to give you one more problem that I want you to try. I want you to try, give me a 3-digit number.
427.
427 times 2,436. Okay, so if you didn't miss any, I want you to try that problem. If you missed some, I want you to take a few minutes and rework them. I'm going to come around and see how everyone did. Okay, so on the problem 427 times 2,436, who can tell me what they got? What did you get, Finley? 104,482. May I get something different?
No, I got 182.
182? 104, 182. Okay, anything different? Sadie, what'd you get?
I got 1,040,172.
So give me digits. 1, 4.
104.
Hold on. 1, 0, 4. 0. 172. Hold on. That means I have a decimal. You got 10 million? Are my digits correct? 1040.
Yep.
Oh, I see what I did. 1040172. Okay. Anything else? Reese, what'd you get?
1,003,080.
Just read me the digits. 103. 8172. So yeah, 1,038,172. Jude? 472. Okay, anything else? Brady? Gotta go up.
1,028,172.
Hold on, slow down. Okay, now I'm ready. 1,028,172. Dane?
1,040,672.
So 1,040,672.
Yep.
Parker?
1,080,072.
080. What's the last three digits? 072. Okay, so now let's analyze our information here. It looks like we all agree that there's a 2 in the ones place. Sophia, did you get something different than all of these? Okay, what did you get?
1,000,172.
Okay, so we all agree that there's a 2 in the ones place. Besides that, we don't agree on much, right? It looks like there's more 172s than anything else. Because there's a 172, 172, 172, 172. This one, there's an 072 down here at the bottom. So what could they have maybe forgotten if they're off by 1? Reese?
They could have forgotten the 1 from the 17.
Yeah, maybe the 1 from the regrouping. Okay, possibly. And it looks like most of us agree that there's a 1 in the millions place. Besides this one, what did they maybe forget to do if they stop at the... Okay, she added wrong, she said. She already figured that out. But if you're off by a whole digit, what is the error most of the time?
Forgot to add a 0.
You forgot the 0. So did you have the 0? Okay. So now let's figure it out. First, you should probably have flipped the numbers, especially if you used algorithm. Okay? 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 2, 7. How many partial answers will I have if I solve this using algorithm, Maya? I should have 3, okay? I should have an answer here to the problem 2,436 times 7 I'm going to put one here for 2,436 times 20. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my 0, just so I don't forget it. I got to move up a little bit more. And then I'm going to have another box with the answer to 2,436 times 400. So I'm going to go ahead and put in both my zeros. Then I'm going to have to add all of those to get my final answer. Why did we get so many different answers on this one? Harper?
Because we might have used different methods.
Okay, you could have used different methods, but we should still get the same answer regardless of our method. Dane? Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. Can you put attendance and lunch in, please?
I thought I already did, but let me go check.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, so how many different multiplication problems, no matter which method you solved, how many basic fact problems did you have to do? A lot. Okay? If you used lattice, how many boxes did you have? Brady?
You had 12.
You had 12 boxes. So if you used lattice, you had to do 12 basic facts, but then you had to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns and not mess up on any of that. Okay, the bigger problems are the ones that I suggest you work twice, okay, tomorrow on the quiz, because there's lots of places to mess up. And when you work it twice, I don't want you to work it right here on your paper. Like if this is my paper, work it once right here. Don't work the other one right here. Why do you think I suggest you don't do it right next to your other work, Lori?
Because if you're like looking at the other one to see like if it can help you add, it can.
Yeah, you might refer to that one, and if that one's wrong, and you're like, oh, 6 times 7 is 40. You'll put 6 times 7, 40 on the other side also. So I suggest when you rework a problem, you work it once on the front, finish the rest of your paper, flip your paper over, and then start reworking on a different spot, like on the back. Okay? And don't work them back to back. Tomorrow on your quiz, will you have a calculator to check? No. So your best way to check it is just start working them a second time. You may not have time to rework all of them a second time. So which ones do you think you should start with? The longer ones, okay? Because those are the ones that you're most likely to make a goofy mistake on, okay? So let's figure out if anybody was right. Hopefully at least one of you guys was right up here with all these. Okay, first problem, 6 times 7. Finley, what's 6 times 7? 42, so I'm going to put my 2 right there. I'm going to regroup my 4. 3 times 7, Jude?
3 times 7, 21.
Plus 4?
25.
25, so I'm going to put a 5, regroup my 2. 7 times 4, Abby?
28.
28 plus 2?
30.
30, so I'm going to put a 0, regroup my 3. Sadie, 2 times 7?
14.
Plus 3?
17.
17. So if you used algorithm to solve this, check your first answer. See if you had 17,052. If you missed that, could you get the whole problem correct? Nope, that one mistake would knock you off. Okay, next one we're taking 2,436 times 20. I'm going to go ahead and mark off my regroupings before I start. I already filled in my 0. 6 times 2, Sophie? 12, so I put a 2. I regroup my 1. 2 times 3 plus 1, Maya? 7. Let's see. 2 times 4, Sophia?
2 times 4 would be 8.
Would be 8. You are correct. And 2 times 2, Parker?
4.
4. Okay. So you would check on your algorithm, if you solve this using algorithm, check that second number. If you use lattice, these numbers, you won't see them. Okay? Did we do that one right? 2, regroup the 1, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, last one. I am doing 2,436 times 400. I'll do back to blue, I guess. 4 times 6, Lori.
4 times 6 is 24.
So I put a 4. I regroup my 2. 4 times 3 plus 2. Haley, 4 times 3 plus 2. 14. So I'm going to put a 4. Regroup my 1. 4 times 4 plus 1. Brant? 4 times 4 plus 1. 17. So I put a 7. Regroup my 1. 4 times 2 plus 1 is 9. I'm going to stick that one out there. Now I have to add. But if you used algorithm, go ahead and check that answer. So we have a 2. We all agreed with that. We're good so far. Everybody's right. 5 plus 2 is 7. So that knocked out a couple of us. Knocked out that one. And that's it. Right? Okay, now the next column. 7 plus 4 is 11. 1. Regroup. That knocks out another. Doesn't it? Yep, that one's out. Knocks out a couple. Those 3 are out. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 4 is 20. 0. Regroup. Does that knock anybody out? No. 0, 0. That one's out. That one's out. Okay, we're down to 2. Now I lost my spot. Okay. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 4 is 7, plus 7 is 14. 4, regroup, 10. 1,040,172. Right there. Raise your hand if you got that correct. Okay, good job. But that's one. If you had one like that on the quiz tomorrow, I would suggest you work how many times? Twice, and not back to back. Okay? What I want you to do for the rest of the time, we have about 17 minutes. First thing I want to remind you, if you want extra problems, your best resource right now is probably IXL. Okay? I am logged in as Reese. If you click on your recommendations, well, they should pop up in a sec. Don't your stars usually show up right here? Or do I have to click math?
Yeah, it usually does. You just have to press back on like
Aren't your...
Our recommendation does usually on like
It has the stars right there on you go to recommendation.
and you can just keep scrolling down and eventually like
Yeah, I mean, you'll see them starred, but where's your thing up at the top?
it's usually in recommendations.
But it didn't show up.
Maybe because it's not good either. Maybe because you're on a good
I'm on a mobile device, maybe? But you're in 5th grade.
It's usually right in the corner.
Oh, it kicked me out. That's why. Because it says I'm not signed in. It says sign in. So it kicked me out. But your recommendation should be there. Okay? And it's recommending single digit there. But it's because it kicked me out. See how it's telling me to sign in at the top? I must have timed out while we were waiting. But IXL, I do have all of the multiplication skills starred. Or you could make up problems. Try them. Check them. Okay? What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to let you work with 1 or 2 people. I want you guys to take turns making up a multiplication problem and then doing what? Solving it. Try and use the different methods. Okay? Tomorrow on the quiz, I suggest you work through the quiz once and then start over somewhere else on your paper. Start with the hardest ones, rework them, make sure you agree with your answer. Okay? No one should turn in the test early tomorrow unless you work through all of them twice and you agree with all of your answers. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so you guys have the rest of the time. You may get with one person. There will be Actually, how many people do we have gone? 3? So there will be one group of 3.